Hey, thanks for today, Amanda. I really appreciate you bringing Sophie along.
Whatever, that was the agreement.
I know, but still, it means a lot to see her.
Don't make this more than what it is. But you know, Sophie never smiles when she's with you.
I know, I noticed. Did she say anything after getting home?
About what?
About our time together, she seemed very distant.
Maybe because she was uncomfortable.
Yeah, she didn't smile once when it was just the two of us today. Have you heard anything from her? Did I do something wrong?
Who knows? She hasn't told me anything. But this proves my point.
What point?
We should definitely continue living apart.
Living apart? You and Sophie are just staying at your mom's.
Don't act so dense. You know what I mean.
No, I really don't. This was supposed to be just temporary. We're not getting divorced or anything, so don't make it sound like that.
This is literally what living apart means. Besides, if Sophie doesn't want to be around you, what other choice do we have?
There's always a choice. We could try counseling altogether.
That's not necessary. It's not like you want to force her to do something she hates.
Of course not, but avoiding the problem won't fix anything.
You think this is avoiding the problem?
Isn't it? We're not even trying to understand what's wrong.
We understand plenty.
Do we? Because I don't.
Sophie's behavior speaks for itself.
Yeah, I guess. That's why I agreed to give her space like you suggested.
And how's that working out?
You tell me, you're the one living with her.
She's doing just fine at Mom's house.
That's not what I asked.
What else do you want me to say?
The truth would be nice.
It's been 2 months since Sophie started avoiding you. We both know that.
I'm well aware of that.
Did anything good happen when we were all living together?
I don't think so. We had plenty of good times.
Really? Name one good thing from the past few months.
That's not fair. Something changed recently, I can tell.
Yeah, Sophie finally showed her true feelings. It's not normal for a kid her age to deliberately avoid their father.
Which is exactly why we should be more concerned.
We don't even know what caused it, so keeping distance is the best option.
How is distance going to help us figure it out?
It gives Sophie space to process her feelings.
I hear what you're saying, but will living apart actually make things better?
It's already better for Sophie.
How can you be so sure?
Because I see her every day. You don't.
Since we don't know what's bothering her, wouldn't it be better to live together and observe the situation?
And make her more uncomfortable?
We don't know that's what would happen.
I'm not willing to risk it.
Plus, it's hard being away from my family. I miss her so much.
There you go again.
What's that supposed to mean?
Making it all about yourself. What's more important to you, Sophie or yourself?
That's not fair. You know Sophie means everything to me.
Do I? Because it sounds like you're just lonely. Are you going to force her to do something she hates just because you're lonely?
That's not fair and you know it.
Life isn't fair.
Why are you being like this? What's going on?
I'm just on Sophie's side here.
And I'm not?
Your actions speak for themselves. With her acting like this, being around you won't do any good.
You keep saying that, but what exactly is like this?
Don't play dumb. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm not. I genuinely want to understand.
She's comfortable at my mom's right now.
That doesn't answer my question.
I'm sorry, but I think we need more time to see how things go.
How much more time? It's already been so long.
As long as it takes.
That's not an answer. I want a specific number.
It's the only answer you're getting.
Fine, but we're still meeting as a family on weekends.
If that's what you want.
It's not about what I want.
Isn't it?
I might not understand what Sophie's thinking, but completely avoiding each other will only make things worse. Plus, I want her to know how much I care about her.
She already knows.
Does she? Because it doesn't feel like it.
Maybe that's part of the problem.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do whatever you want. It's not like I'm against that.
You sure sound against it.
I'm just being realistic. Just remember to back off if Sophie doesn't want it.
You don't need to remind me multiple times.
Apparently I do. I hate to say this, but I care more about Sophie than you.
You think you're the only one who cares about her?
I think I'm the only one seeing things clearly.
That goes for me, too.
What does?
Caring about Sophie more than anything. If Sophie really doesn't want to see me, I won't push it.
Finally, you're making sense.
Even though I'd hate for that to happen.
Sometimes we have to accept things we hate.
Is that what you're doing?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Never mind.
Then we're done here.
I guess we are.
You have work tomorrow, right?
Yes, early meeting.
Good luck.
Thanks. See you next weekend, then.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
We'll see how Sophie feels.
Let me know right away if Sophie says anything.
Of course.
And Amanda?
What now?
Take care of our daughter.
I always do.
I know that's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
Just make sure she's okay.
She's fine.
You'd tell me if she wasn't, right?
Good night, Ethan.
Good night. I'm sorry, one more thing.
It's late.
I know, but I forgot to ask earlier.
What?
Could you send me a picture of Sophie's math test from last week?
Why?
I want to see how she's doing in school.
She's doing fine.
I'd still like to see it.
I'll look for it tomorrow.
Promise? Please, I really want to keep up with her school.
Yes, now go to sleep.
Thank you. Good night again. Hey, Amanda, any luck finding that test?
I'm busy getting Sophie ready for school right now.
Right, I'm sorry. Later is fine.
I'll send it when I can.
I appreciate it. I'm still waiting on that test picture.
I forgot.
Could you look now?
Why are you so obsessed with this?
I'm not obsessed. I'm just being a father.
You're being really annoying about it.
I just want to stay involved in her life.
Fine, I'll send it tonight.
Thank you. Amanda?
What now?
The test?
I can't find it.
Did you look?
Yes, I looked.
Where?
Everywhere. It's not here.
Could Sophie have it in her bag?
Just drop it, Ethan.
I just want to know how she's doing.
She's doing fine. Let it go.
Like you let go of everything else?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Forget it.
Gladly.
Hi, Carol. Have Amanda and Sophie left yet?
No, they're still here. Why do you ask?
We were supposed to meet as a family today.
Oh, were you?
Yes, it was planned all week.
I wasn't told about that. Amanda never mentioned anything.
Amanda isn't responding to my messages, so I just wanted to check with you.
I see.
Why haven't they left yet? Did Amanda say anything?
Ethan, about that.
Yes?
Amanda and Sophie won't be seeing you anymore from now on.
What? What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
That's not Amanda's decision to make alone.
Sophie absolutely refuses to see you, so Amanda's decided not to see you either.
Since when?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters.
Sophie must really hate you.
Did Sophie actually say that?
Why would I lie?
That's not what I asked.
Yes, she did. Give up on today.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Could I at least talk to Sophie on the phone?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Like I said, Sophie wants nothing to do with you. Do you think I'd force my precious granddaughter to do something she hates?
This isn't like her, though. I want to talk to her.
Maybe you don't know her as well as you think.
But she's been meeting with me until now.
Things change.
What things?
People's feelings change.
I just want to hear what's wrong from her directly.
That's not happening.
Even just for a moment.
No means no, Ethan.
Please.
Listen, Ethan. Sophie hates you more than you realize.
You keep saying that. I just want her to tell me what's wrong.
Because it's true. Watch what you're saying.
What's that supposed to mean?
What if you scare her with a phone call?
Scare her? That's ridiculous. I've never done anything to hurt Sophie.
Haven't you?
What are you implying?
Maybe you're just not aware of it.
Not aware of what?
Your daughter isn't just disliking you, she's rejecting you completely. You must have done something terrible when we weren't around.
I haven't done anything. Please believe me.
Actions speak louder than words.
What actions?
With Sophie acting like this, why should I believe you?
Because I'm her father. I would never hurt her.
That doesn't mean anything. Do you have anything that would make me trust you?
No, I don't!
Exactly. So I'm just going to respect what Amanda and Sophie want.
Without even hearing my side?
Your side doesn't matter anymore.
I see. I'm sorry for taking up your time.
Are you really?
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Please tell Amanda I said hi.
If you insist.
I'll be going now.
Wait a moment. I have a suggestion for you.
What is it?
You're basically living separately now, right?
It's just temporary.
Is it though? And Sophie's in this state. Why don't you just divorce Amanda?
Divorce? Why would I divorce her?
It's the logical next step.
I know there's a problem if Sophie hates me this much.
Then you understand.
But that's too extreme.
Is it really? I understand why you'd be against divorce.
Do you?
Of course. No one wants to admit failure.
This isn't about failure.
But just think about it. Can you really call this a family anymore?
We're just going through a rough patch. We're still a family.
A rough patch? Is that what you call this? Is this really what's best for Sophie?
I understand what you're saying.
Do you really?
Sophie is rejecting me completely?
Finally, you're getting it.
But I want to stay her father no matter what.
That's just your selfishness.
Wanting to be there for my daughter is selfish?
When she clearly doesn't want you? Yes. Even Amanda doesn't trust you anymore after seeing how Sophie acts. She thinks there must be a good reason for such strong rejection.
Amanda said that?
Why would I make that up?
You tell me!
Amanda hasn't made up her mind yet. That's why you should step up and make the right decision as Sophie's father.
The right decision according to who?
According to everyone but you. I'm not saying you need to decide right now.
How generous of you!
Don't be sarcastic. But if you really care about being Sophie's father, I trust you'll make the best choice.
And what choice is that?
You know what choice.
Do I?
Stop playing dumb, Ethan.
I'm not playing anything!
Then be a man and do what needs to be done.
And what exactly needs to be done?
Let them go.
Just like that?
Just like that.
After everything we've been through!
Sometimes that's how life works.
This isn't right!
What's not right is forcing yourself on a child who hates you.
You keep saying that word!
What word?
Hate! I know she doesn't hate me!
It's the truth.
According to who?
According to Sophie.
I want to hear it from her.
That's not happening.
Why not?
We've been over this.
No, you've been over this!
What's the difference?
The difference is you're not Sophie!
I'm her grandmother.
That doesn't give you the right to speak for her?
Someone has to.
That someone should be Sophie!
She's just a child.
Exactly, a child who needs her father!
A child who needs protection from her father.
Protection from what?
From whatever you did to make her hate you.
I need to go!
Running away?
No, I just need time to think!
Good. Think about what I said.
I will!
And Ethan?
Yes?
Make the right choice.
Hey, we have a problem.
What's wrong?
Sophie's gone missing. Do you know anything about this?
Sophie's at my house.
I knew it! How dare you! You heard from Mom, didn't you?
Heard what?
Don't play dumb. About me considering divorce. So you just took her. That's low.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Sophie came back on her own.
Stop lying.
She walked.
That's impossible. Do you know how far it is from Mom's house to yours?
I'm well aware.
Besides, Sophie hates you so much. There's no way she'd come back on her own. Stop lying.
Do you want to know what really happened?
Please enlighten me.
She called me when you and your mom weren't looking.
You expect me to believe that?
I just picked her up from the convenience store near your mom's place.
The one on Oak Street?
Yes, that one.
You're making this up.
That's as far as she got by herself.
She would never.
She must have really wanted to get away from you both.
That doesn't make any sense. She's been perfectly happy here.
Has she?
Stop making things up. She hates you so much she won't even smile around you.
Is that what you think?
That's what I know. There's no way she'd make that kind of effort to see you. At least make your lies believable.
She didn't need to smile.
What?
That's why she didn't smile around me.
What? What are you talking about?
Do you really want to know?
Stop being cryptic.
Sophie told me everything.
Everything about what?
She said you and your mom told her there was no need to smile at someone who wouldn't be her father much longer. How dare you say that to our daughter?
How dare you say that to our daughter? What are you talking about? I don't understand.
I think you understand perfectly.
You're not making any sense.
Don't worry, I understand everything.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know about your affair, that you want to divorce me and remarry, and that you and your mom were using Sophie to avoid paying settlement fees.
What? That's ridiculous. Did Sophie tell you that? No way.
She told me quite a lot, actually.
Stop making assumptions. Do you have any proof?
Oh, I have proof.
What proof?
Your behavior has been suspicious ever since Sophie started avoiding me.
That doesn't prove anything.
I had it investigated.
You what?
Do you want me to tell you your boyfriend's name?
You wouldn't know.
That might make you believe me.
You're just bluffing.
Should I start with his address?
So you really do know. Well, no point in hiding it anymore. Yes, it's true. I'm going to remarry after divorcing you.
There's more.
What more?
Sophie told me everything.
What exactly did she tell you?
She said she got scared when you introduced her to some strange man calling him her new dad.
She wasn't supposed to say anything.
That's why she took such drastic action to ask me for help.
I told her not to tell you anything. I never thought Sophie would do this.
Sophie only listened to you because you're her mom.
Of course she did.
Yes, of course she did. It's hard for a kid her age to question what their mother tells them.
I did what I had to do.
You tried to use that to your advantage.
I was thinking of her future.
That's unforgivable.
You don't get to judge me.
I'm her father. That's exactly what I get to do.
So what? We're getting divorced anyway, and I'm remarrying.
You sound so sure about that.
And mothers usually get custody, right? I might have to pay settlement fees, but I'll get it back through child support.
Is that what you think?
That's what I know.
Well, that's too bad.
What do you mean?
I'm getting custody of Sophie.
You can't do that.
Watch me, and you'll be paying both settlement fees and child support. You're not getting anything.
That's impossible. I have more experience raising her.
True, you have more experience.
Then you know I'll win.
But your recent actions will be considered harmful to Sophie's upbringing.
You can't prove that.
With Sophie's testimony and these text messages as evidence, that should be enough.
You wouldn't.
Besides, I'd never let someone like you have Sophie.
What's that supposed to mean? I wasn't told about any of this. This isn't fair.
You're the one being unfair.
I'm her mother.
Crying, laughing, who she cares about, those are all Sophie's feelings.
I know what's best for her.
You tried to force and manipulate those feelings because you're her mother.
I was protecting her.
Someone like that isn't a mother anymore.
How dare you?
Just pay what you owe and disappear.
You can't do this to me.
You did this to yourself.
I'll fight you.
You'll lose.
We'll see about that.
Hi, Carol. We need to talk about Sophie and the future.
So it was you who took Sophie. How dare you?
Let's get something straight.
Give her back immediately.
You've got it backwards.
What do you mean?
Sophie came back to me.
That's impossible.
I don't want any misunderstandings.
The only misunderstanding is yours. We were protecting Sophie from you because you were horrible to her.
Is that what you call it?
Of course that's what I'd call it. And you just took her behind our backs.
Behind your backs?
Yes, behind our backs. Have you no shame?
You're the one who should be ashamed!
How dare you speak to me like that?
You knew about Amanda's affair and that she told Sophie to avoid me!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie!
I would never.
You didn't just hide it, you helped!
Amanda was desperate and I didn't really want to. You understand, right?
Understand what exactly?
Sometimes we do things we don't want to.
How can you say that so casually?
What else could I do?
You could have told the truth!
It's not that simple.
Weren't you the one who made a deal with Amanda?
What deal?
You know exactly what deal. That if you helped her get custody from me, she'd let you have Sophie?
That's not.
That's why you helped with this ridiculous plan, right?
That was just kind of a bonus. I wasn't really serious about it.
A bonus?
You're making it sound worse than it is. So please don't be so angry.
I'm not angry!
You sound angry.
I'm just thinking how the daughter really takes after her mother.
What do you mean? What are you implying?
You and Amanda both completely ignored Sophie's feelings and only thought about yourselves.
That's not true.
Like mother, like daughter.
We were thinking of Sophie.
You're both awful people.
You don't mean that. You're just upset. I truly regret what happened.
Do you?
Of course I do. If you want to divorce Amanda, I'll help.
Now you want to help me?
So you understand, right? You'll still let me see Sophie?
Not a chance.
What do you mean? You can't do that.
I can and I will.
That's just your emotions talking. After lecturing others, now you're the one not thinking about Sophie.
Oh, I forgot to mention.
Mention what?
This is Sophie's decision.
What are you talking about?
She said she never wants to see you people who tried to force her away from her dad.
What? You're joking. She wouldn't say that.
Nope, she said she hates you all for trying to separate her from her daddy.
You're lying.
I'm very sorry, but we need to respect Sophie's wishes.
No, this can't be happening. Wait, please. Sophie is everything to me right now.
Should have thought of that before.
Don't take my precious granddaughter away.
You tried to take my precious daughter first.
That was different.
Was it?
I was trying to protect her.
But you know what?
What?
If you really are Sophie's grandmother, then do what's best for her.
I am doing what's best.
You demanded that from me as a father, so I'm sure you can do the same.
This isn't fair.
Life isn't fair, remember?
Please reconsider.
Like you reconsidered helping Amanda?
I made a mistake.
A mistake is forgetting to buy milk. This was a choice.
I can make it right.
Some things can't be made right.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Sophie deserved better.
I know that now.
Too late.
It's never too late.
It is this time.
You're being cruel.
I learned from the best.
Please, just think about it.
I have thought about it.
And?
Goodbye, Carol.
No, wait!
Take care of yourself.
Don't do this!
Sophie says goodbye too.
Ethan, this is Carol. Please read this.
How did you get this number?
Does it matter?
Yes, it does.
I just want to talk about Sophie.
There's nothing to talk about.
5 minutes, that's all I ask.
You had plenty of time to talk before.
I know I messed up. Terribly. But she's my only granddaughter.
Should have thought of that before manipulating her.
I was trying to protect her.
From what exactly?
From...
That's what I thought.
I got caught up in Amanda's plan.
Finally, some honesty.
I can tell you everything.
Now you want to tell me everything?
Yes, please. Amanda had this all planned months ago.
I'm listening.
She met him at work. The new guy. She thought Sophie would adjust better if
What?
if she gradually stopped seeing you.
Keep going.
The no smiling thing was her idea, to make it look like Sophie was unhappy with you.
And you went along with it.
I'm her mother. I wanted to support her.
At the expense of your granddaughter.
I realize now how wrong that was.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. Sophie used to tell me everything. Now she hates me.
Actions have consequences.
I know that now. Could you at least tell me how she's doing?
She's doing fine.
Is she eating properly?
Better than when she was with you.
That's good. I miss her so much already.
You miss having control, not her.
That's not fair.
Neither was what you did to Sophie.
I'll do anything to make this right.
There's nothing to make right.
There must be something. Community service? Therapy? Anything you ask.
Sophie made her choice.
She's just a child.
A child you tried to manipulate.
I was wrong. So terribly wrong.
Yes, you were.
Will you ever forgive me?
That's not up to me.
What do you mean?
Ask Sophie when she's ready.
When will that be?
Could be months, could be years.
Years?
However long it takes.
I won't survive years without seeing her.
You'll have to.
Please, Ethan, I'm begging you.
Goodbye, Carol.
Wait! Just one more thing.
What?
Could you give her something?
What is it?
Her birthday present. I bought it months ago.
Send it by mail.
You'll give it to her?
If she wants it.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
What do you mean?
It's her choice whether to accept it.
I understand. Ethan?
Last message, Carol.
Tell her I love her?
Actions speak louder than words.
I know. I'll prove it. Somehow, I really hope I can see Sophie soon. Tell her I love her so much. Please!